Hello, my name is Jacob Bennett and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Jacob Bennett and, well, no, I said that already. Right, we're back in Space Engineers. I finished demolishing the survival ship and I got everything welded. I flipped the nuclear reactor the right side up. It's just the cargo container that's going to be a pain because it's holding everything. Still did nothing about the medical room here. It's just fancy. So I've expanded a bit of the platform. I've welded a bit more. But today we're going to create a mining ship so that I can mine all that delicious iron over there in the distance. Now it's going to be less expensive than building this huge place because we're going to be building it as a small ship. So we just need to click small ship and then it's red. The reason why is we need construction components to be able to build landing gears. So let's go over. Let's deposit this. Let's get 100 construction components. We're just going to build the frame. Well, we're just going to build the base for it. So there we go. There it is. What do we need to build it properly? We need large steel tube motor and steel plate. That's fine. We'll deal with that later, but now we just need to grab some steel plate, of which we've got 1,000 of. And then we're just going to build out a small platform. So I'm just going to activate jetpack. Currently we're in dark. It doesn't really help. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a 5-wide platform. These early ships are going to look absolutely terrible, but they'll improve once I have the capabilities to use a ship to weld things. Now that is the future. Hang on. This extra bit's not needed. Let me grind that bit down. There we go. So that should be... Oh, no. Wrong button. Still getting used to the flight controls. So that's a 5x7. Okay, good. Next thing we need is we need a cockpit. This one will do because it's shorter. We want to place this on the central axis, really. To be able to place it, we need interior plate. So let's grab some interior plate. We don't have much of that, so we're not going to be able to build many interior stuff. I'm going to build it mostly to the back. There we go. And then we just need some... ooh, we're going to also want some conveyors, because why not? No, we don't need conveyors. Now we just need drill. So we're going to use the regular mining drill. It's a bit big, but you know. And this thing requires steel plate to place down, of which is not working. Probably because... Okay, if we slap these onto the sides, then that will do nicely. Okay, so we've got our main drill ship completed. What else do we need to build these? We need tons of other stuff. That's fine. Last thing we're going to need on this scaffold is some thrusters. None of the stuff that I'm using right now is modded, because I have yet to look into all the stuff that modding can give me. Rotate, there we go. So we need a large steel tube to be able to place the thrusters. Okay, large steel tube. Let's grab some of that. There we go. So I've got So we've got 4 facing backwards, which means we'll thrust forwards, and we've got 3 facing that way. Next we're going to need some side ones, if I can rotate it properly, with 2 side ones on each side. I think that was it. Yep. And then lastly, we need some upward thrusters and downward thrusters. Now, the bottom of it is going to be a bit hard to get to be honest. We also need some large steel tube. What do we need for large steel tube? Assembler, production. Large steel tube requires iron, and we don't have any iron. That's fine. I'll just get rid of some of these thrusters. We can add them on later. No, 7. There we go. Considering, like, we only need 2 of these. Let's get another thruster. And then I suppose we can add downward thrusters at the back here. I need more large steel tube. Where are we going to get that? Well, if we're only having one on each axis for now, I guess I could take some of these out. Right, thrusters. Where do I put them? It's 4. Right. 1 there. 1 there. Right, and now we just need... Okay, so let's get the base platform done. We're going to need a bit more steel tube. Steel plate, rather. Let's start... doing this. Now, these light armor blocks I'm only using as a platform. We could get rid of nearly all of them entirely, but I prefer not having to. We're also going to weld up as many of the thrusters as we can, because we can keep the steel platform as girders. Yeah. All these ones done. Yeah. Oh, oxygen critical. Give me a second. I thought that filled my oxygen. There we go. Right. Yeah, I'll be back once I've finished welding all of the important stuff. Okay, so the ship is nearly complete. The only problem we have is these require some more large steel tube. So what we can do is we can grab some of this steel plate we have here and throw it into this section. Now what we can do is we can disassemble it. So we're going to hit disassemble, 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 inventory. How does this work? Can't you disassemble all items in inventory? Okay, so my thinking is, because each of these steel plate is 7 iron, and each of these is 10 iron, we can get all the iron that we need. But for some reason, it's not letting me disassemble. I'll be back in a second to see why. Okay, right. So to disassemble something that's in the inventory, you just, like, click it. No? Okay, so we're just going to put the maximum in. And it's just going to create a ton of iron for us, and then we want it to stop. Yeah. So we now have like 182 iron. Now we can go over to assembling and we can produce some steel plate. Probably going to get about 18 of them. That's fine. Let's just drop off this steel plate that we've got here. Grab these guys. Grab the iron. You know, iron can probably stay in here. Iron, you can stay. Disorientating. Right, and then we'll just grab a couple of computers. And then we should be able to weld these things off, and we should have our ship. One thing that I've forgotten is the... And I've forgotten again. No, the small reactor, otherwise this thing is never going to fly. I also need to get under there and do that bit. Which is easy. Right, let's get the welder. Let's get up a bit. It just needs one motor. The reason why I'm doing the landing gear as well is because the landing gear allows us to land. Quite obviously. Basically, you can activate and deactivate a landing gear and it will stick to the surface. We just need to do this. That last bit. Come on. Just work properly, people. Work properly. Thank you. There we go. Landing gear's done. I'll lift this up and make it easier, actually. Because I want to get this bit. There we go. So I'm going to lift this up after we've got the thing done. Oh, I need steel plate to build light armor block, obviously. There we go. Let's put the steel plate back, put the motor back. Yeah, so the last thing we need is let me just check. We need to build a small reactor. It's going to be smaller, but it starts with steel plate. Okay, grab some steel plate now. So let's go reactor. No, we have 2 already. So I'm going to place this on the back, and we need it to face there. There we go. So we need construction component. Metal grid. Large steel tube. Large steel tube. And then we're also going to need some reactor components. We're probably also going to need some computers. Oh, we need to build more reactor components. Okay. Well, we could probably grind a bit from our current reactor and get that working. Yeah, we need 3 reactor components. And we don't have any spare. Let's see. Production reactor components. There we go. That requires 5 iron, gravel, iron, gravel, and silver. Okay. Well, okay, so let's grab our mining drill. We're going to have to do a tiny bit of mining. That's fine. Let's get drill. Okay, so to get gravel, stone. Wow, that made me lag a bit. Right, that should be enough stone. So we put the stone into the refinery and it gets turned into gravel. There we go, we've got gravel. Right. Then we also need some iron, so we can get iron over here. I think it's iron over here. Yes, it is. Yeah, these rocks will just float into space because I'm using a hand drill. That's fine. Let's put the iron in here as well. And then silver. That's going to be the problem there. What uses silver actually? What would use silver? Let's have a look at construction component. That uses iron only. NATO magazine. Thruster components. No, they don't. It's getting my hopes up a bit there. Wow, these missiles. Solar cells, steel tube, shield. NATO magazine doesn't. Just gonna look around, see what it does. Medical components, we don't have any spare. Gravity generator, we don't have any of those spare either. No, we don't. We don't have any silver, which is not good because we're going to need to find a source of silver. Look how big this iron deposit is. What's this bit? What a user. I'm going to mine a bit. No, that's just ice. We'll grab some anyway. So that's ice, that's iron. Right. Yeah, that's going to be a problem as we can't find any silver. Let's go in here. Hello, space worm. Are you around? Right, this is probably going to be uranium. I can't actually see a thing here. Oh, there's some silver there. There's trinium. Okay, right. What's this stuff? Silver. Excellent. Right, I've got that. Let's find the base again. So all this is silver. Okay, that's good to know. Let's grab a bit more then. No, don't run away from me. Don't run away! Ugh. This is painful. I cannot mine, and I cannot catch. Let's grab that. Just need a bit more silver. There we go, that should do. I'll eventually find the base again. It's on the rim of this iron field, actually. There we go, there's the base. Just need to head over there. We'll find some of this. Right, so I'll just put the silver in there. Throw the ice in here. I don't know how much silver, but I'll just take some iron and some gravel. Yeah, 1 silver should do. Let's take some of this. Production. We need 1 reactor component. 3 reactor component. That should be enough, he says. Alright, we just need motors. Excellent. Right, we now have that done. Just need to grab a tiny bit of this. How do split? How do you split something? Oh, there we go. Right, we'll take 0.5. 2.5 rather. No, 5. Right, so if we take 2.5 uranium and then we plonk it in here, then this thing should turn on. Yep, there we go. Thrusters are on. That's good. Oh, there's one thing that I've forgotten. One thing that's actually quite important. Let me just get in T. I'm going to press Y to get rid of it. If you can see in the bottom right, we have no gyroscopes. Hang on. Yeah, the fuel will last us 11 days if we just sit idle. That's fine. We need gyroscopes. Gyro. Here we go, gyroscope. We're probably only going to need 2 of these. What do they require? They require quite a bit of steel plate, actually. So we'll get 4 of these. Noting that large steel tubes, we can actually we can make quite a bit of them now. Let's do that. Let's get some large steel tube for us. Let's weld them. Really? It only counted as 1 steel plate. Ridiculous. Right, so we're going to need construction components and motors. Well, motors obviously, because this is a reaction wheel kind of thing. And then we just need computers, and then we can finish these off. And then we will have our first mining vessel. Computers. There we go. Oxygen is low. Okay, right. I'll keep that in mind. Well, these take a long time to weld. But yeah, that's 2 gyroscopes. So gyroscopes allow you to move around. Well, gyroscopes give you rotational velocity. I think it's rotational velocity. And thrusters give you thrust, which turns into velocity. Yeah, whole ton of physics. There we go. Last one. And then we should be able to launch this thing into the air. There we go. Excellent. Right, plumb these back in. I'm just going to take a few steel plate with me. I'm also going to drop my hand drill. Going to pick up an oxygen bottle. Thank you. No, the hydrogen still doesn't want me to refill my hydrogen. So that should be all of the necessary components. So if we press V, scroll out a bit. What we need to do is we need to press the landing gear button. There we go. Right, we now have a ship, and that ship is now in the air, and we can... Oh my god, this thing's twitchy. That's good. That's really good. Right, I'm just going to hop out. I'm going to weld the bottom of this, and then we're going to go off mining. Right, that's good. That should be all of it welded up. Let's get in. Let's drop down a bit just to make sure nothing fell off. Just go check. There we go. Right. So if we right, so activating the drill, this is kind of shaky, but it looks good. Yeah, we do not have enough power though. We're going to have to fit some more power cells onto here. That's fine. I'm just going to dig some iron. So when you're mining with a mining drill, all the proceeds go into the drill itself. I think. So if I look at inventory, yeah, we should have quite a bit of iron there. We're going to have some proceeds like fly off into a distance. That's fine. Well, no, that's expected, because this drill is not very good. So if we come in for a landing, we're going to need to put some more thrust, more. I can't speak. We need to place some more reactors on here though, because if you look at the bottom right, if we try to use our main thrusters, we overload. And that doesn't help when we're moving around either, because moving around also uses energy, and using the drills also use energy. So I'm going to probably place about 2 or 3 more things like that. So we just need to get a landing gear in proximity. Press P and then we're locked. And then turn off the power, get out, and what do you know, we're docked. Excellent. And then all we have to do to get the things out of there is just like do that. And then we have to slowly ferry it to the refinery, and Bob's your uncle, we have a ton of iron now. So that's our mining ship done, well, our first mining ship done with. I'm sure we're going to build another one in the near future, but we have other priorities ahead of us before we do that. So, in that case, my name has been Jacob Bennett. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions on what I could build, then please throw them at me via the comment section. So, my name's been Jacob Bennett. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.